Hey, what's going on, dudes and dudettes? This is Pip Surfer with another daily update for the Cowabunga system. Today is Thursday, November 13th, 2008, and I hope you all had a great trading day today. We did see some action, so we're going to go ahead and get right into it. First thing I want to do is take a look at some of the comments from yesterday's post. First one's from Van Man, wants to know what trading platform I'm using. Is MT4 any good? I am using XTick, which is a charting program that really makes good pictures. It's pretty easy to use, so that's the one that I'm using. I won't mention the broker that I use just because I don't want to do any promotion of any kind, just to remain unbiased. But yeah, MT4 is really good. A lot of people use it. I know a lot of traders like it because of the indicators you can use, and it's really customizable. You can program some expert advisors and even trading robots. So MT4 is really widely used and has a lot of people using it. So I think that's a good place to try. I think it'll be good to at least test out and see if you like it. So let's see. The next one is from D Hannon 1. The huge movement we missed out on. When the movement goes sideways for a while without the moving averages crossing, then continues downward, can you ever or should you ever re-enter the trade, or is it too risky and shouldn't get into that habit? The second part of that question is the correct answer. You should never re-enter a trade because it is too risky, and you shouldn't get into that habit. What's really happening, if you think about it psychologically, is that you're looking at this movement and you're saying, oh my gosh, look at all these pips I'm missing. And that's something you don't want to get into. That's, I won't say greedy, but in a way it kind of is, because you're looking at all these pips. But remember, there's going to be trades all over the place for the foreign exchange. There is no stopping in the market. There's always going to be a trading opportunity. So don't try to force anything that's not there. Remember, only take what the chart gives you, and I hope that'll be put into good practice, because I think it'll really help you as a long-term trader. But very good question, and I appreciate that. The last one's from Lissy King. Hey dude, what's up? First of all, I love your system and blog. I have 3 questions. I'm using Meta4 trading software. How do you create the black candle that tells you when a trend has changed? I'm not sure how to do it on MetaTrader 4. XTick is really the only charting package that I know that allows you to paint your candles different colors if something happens. So I have it to where if there's a crossover for a long side, paints my candle black, and if there's a crossover for a short side, it paints my candle purple. This is a unique feature for XTick. I'm not sure if other charting programs have this, but I know XTick does. So the second question, also, do you think I can use this system on Euro? I don't want to give you a definite answer. I know traders have said they've traded it on other pairs and have had success. Personally, I have not traded it on any other pairs because I've extensively researched it for the cable and just the way the cable moves. And you'll notice each currency has its own kind of personality, and you get used to and you get accustomed to the way each pair moves. And with the cable, this system, I think, was really designed just for the way the cable moves. And not to say that it won't work on other pairs, but again, I haven't extensively tested it. But I encourage you, for you, to test it yourself and try it on, a live demo account. That's the best way to learn for yourself. So I wish I could give you a definite answer, but I can't. Finally, should I change my RSI value from default setting to 14 and 9? Definitely. The system rules require you to use RSI 9, not 14. So you definitely want to change it to 9. Because otherwise you'll be getting false signals. So I hope that helps all your comments and questions. Again, I appreciate everything. I'll try to answer them as best as possible. And I apologize in advance if I can't give you any better answers. But post on our forums. There's a thread specifically for the Cowabunga system, and I'm sure other traders can help you out as well. So while we're here at Baby Pips, let's just click on this Tools tab, and we'll look at our news events for the day. Remember, we're looking for sterling or dollar news. You can see there's no sterling news, but there is US dollar news at 8:30 a.m., and that's the trade balance. But other than that, there's really nothing else too important to watch out for. So 8:30 a.m. is the time area I want to look out for. Now let's take a look at our 4-hour chart, and I'll move it back to just before midnight so you can see what my chart looked like. Again, the last trend change candle was on Monday, and since then we haven't had any new trend change candles. And if we look at today's action, you can see the movement continued to be bearish. No new trend change candles, which meant that we were still in the downtrend and we were only looking for short trades. Okay, so now we know that we're only looking for short trades, and the time area to watch out for is 8:30 a.m. So now I'm going to my 15-minute chart and moving it just before midnight. And now that we're ready to trade, I'll just move this chart one candle at a time. And you can see what my chart looked like. Okay, here we get a crossover at 1:45 a.m. Now we just got to check our indicators. RSI is below 50. MACD was positive and losing value, but if you look at stochastics, they have not crossed. So this cancels out the signal and there's no entry there. So we stay out of this one, and we just let it roll off our shoulders and wait for another signal later on. And you can see that that would have been a winner. But again, you got to follow the system rules, and the chart did not give us a trade on that one. So we continue to move forward. See some sideways quiet movement. And here we get another crossover at 7 a.m. Now let's just look at our indicators again. RSI is below 50, stochastics trending down, MACD is positive and losing value. So this is a valid entry. The entry is at the close of the candle at 48.59. Our stop's at the most recent swing high, 49.66. Now we're only 9 pips away from the nearest 50 level at 48.50. So that's not much of a profit potential. So in this case, I want to go ahead and risk the same amount of pips, or excuse me, go for the same amount of pips that I'm risking on the trade. So the way I do this is I just take my stop loss, which is 49.66, subtract it from my entry, which again is at 48.59. I get a risk of 107 pips. So I'm going to go for 107 pips on this trade. So all you do now is take 48.59 and subtract 107. You get a target at 47.52. Okay, so there's my target, and now I'm just going to let my trade roll. Okay, and so now we get some movement. At this point, it's 8 o'clock. I know I have news coming out at 8:30. So I wait one more candle. Still, my target's not hit. It's 8:15, and I know news is coming out at 8:30. So now it's time to get out of this trade, whether I'm in the profit or loss. So this candle closed at 48.39, which is where I got out. And you know, you just got to go with it because we know the trade balance is coming out at 8:30 and we don't know exactly what's going to happen. So 8:30 rolls around, you can see it didn't do anything. And if you just move the chart forward, you'll see that the price continued to move down, and eventually our target would have been hit. But again, because of the news, we take out our trade, you know, no matter what, because we don't know what happened. You know, that could have been a big news candle, but in this case it wasn't. And also in this case, the price continue to move in our direction, but it won't always be like that. So follow the rules at all times. And this one, I got 20 pips, so not a lot, but it is a profit. And again, it's better to get just a small piece of the pie than losing or not getting anything. So be satisfied when you get wins. Know that you've followed your system and stayed disciplined, and that should be enough for you as a trader. And hopefully this will just be a day-to-day process, and it'll just become habit and routine for you. So that's pretty much it for today's update. Hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you all on the next one. Cowabunga, dudes.